Hello guys, it's NautoAce. Before I start this video, basically this is a bonus video, sort of a part 2 from the video about Azurlane and Neptunia shooter. The reason this is sort of like a part 2 is that it's the same recording. I talked about this after that one, that's the reason, but the reason I cut it for 2 parts because it was going too long, but the other reason is basically is the source for this video I was going to be talking about, which is basically the mobile game, the Idea Factory kind of did, the Neptunia and Friends app, and Moero Force. So if you've been following the company, you know the history of the games I just mentioned. Neptunia and Friends in Japan is Manichi Compile Hard, that's been out like a year before that came out. And Neptunia and Friends is a Western version. However, content of the game is kind of sparse versus the Japanese. And as of right now, there's not a lot of update in that game. No new content to some extent. Just basically the 4 goddesses. I think also their CPU form, and then of course Neptunia and Noir from the previous version. While in Japan they added a lot of new characters, Uni, Plutia, IF. I mean, a lot of Neptunia characters, but there were also other ones from other games. And there's not really source I could find on the internet. But the reason I also talk about this is I kind of heard this on Idea Factory's international stream. That's basically the keyword there, the streams. However, I couldn't remember which one for the Neptunia and Friends app. But in the case with Moero Force, of course, that came out in Japan, January 2019. A lot of people talk about it. There was no really info. And I think and I could be wrong, because I did try to look for it, but I couldn't find it. In a stream, they were streaming in Idea Factory International, Moero Chronicle Hyper. Someone did ask about the game, Moero Force, and one of the representatives basically said, we really don't have anything to say, there's no news about it. Idea Factory International really, they have nothing to say. Again, the only source that I got or I knew about the situation is from their Idea Factory and international streams. That's it. However, like I said, in the Moero Chronicles one, because that's when someone, I think they asked a question about it, but I couldn't really find it, so I could be wrong. Could be another video. I don't know. In the case with the Neptunia and Friends app, it was somewhere in 2018. It could be, heck, early 2019 about it. Again, the source is basically sparse in this one. So, the reason the disclaimer here is that even so I heard it from like someone or something, I couldn't provide word sources. So I mean, you can make your own judgment. Either I'm making this up, or you could say, yeah, it kind of makes sense. So again, if you don't care about the mobile game, then yeah, you don't have to listen to this one. So this is gonna be like sort of a bonus video. And that's what the reason on the title is a little bit of warning, because again, the source is very sparse in this one, very limited, because I couldn't really find it. And I just don't want to waste people's time about it for this mobile game. So again, just to recap of what we've been talking about, this particular video is all about the 2 Idea Factory mobile game or app. You remember the other game, Neptunia and Friends, not having new updates since its release, no new characters. They had new culture for the existing characters, but no new characters versus Manichi Compile Hard. And in the case with Moero Force, someone did ask Idea Factory during a stream, and they basically said, well, there's no word for it, nothing. So again, I mean, if you want to hear my thoughts about it, about the situation, cool, but if you think it's going to be a waste of time, then probably not best to watch this video. So I'm warning you guys now there. So with that, let the video begin. So before I even close this, there is also one thing I want to talk about, and a lot of people probably knew about it, but for some people that don't know, you're an Idea Factory fan, are two things I'm going to be talking about before I close it. One is Neptunia and Friends app. Again, I did talk about it before. If I remember, I'm going to put in a link in the description box on what it is. It's basically a waifu wake-up app. So it's not a game, it's an app. However, if people who have the app, who've been following this app, there have been not a lot of updates since, I think, the last one was September or October 2018 was the last update, let's just say, to add stuff. In Japan, they're still adding a lot of new content. You can get, as of right now, you can team up with or choose Plutia, Nepgear, and Uni and IF. That's in Japan. In America, so far, it's only the four goddess, and then to some extent, Neptune and Noir from the previous version of the Nep app. Yeah, so I mean, the same goes in the Japanese. And if you're gonna notice one thing, that there is one thing lacking also in Neptunia and Friends app, and that is what the characters. I think 2 or 3. Yeah, there's like 3 other characters from other Idea Factory games. One character is from Moero Chronicle Hyper. Yes, believe it or not. One from Trillion. Oh, and one is, I forgot, another one was a Vita game that never came out. So those never came out. Well, the third one never came out outside of Japan, but the other 2 kind of did. They're not in the American version. So what's going on? Right now, from what I heard, they're only focusing on Neptune characters, Neptunia characters there. And then, of course, like I said, the Japanese version has more content. The question what's going on now is, what is happening with Neptunia and Friends app? And I think during one of the stream, I can remember which one, someone did ask, and they answered, which is props. And then as of right now, well, sadly to say is, as of right now, we have nothing to announce. There's no update, no announcement, nothing. It's whatever on the content of the Neptunian app, the American version. That's all you're gonna have right now. No new characters gonna be added in. No new character that's gonna be in other Idea Factory games gonna be added. It won't be parody to the Japanese version because, like I said, some of the problem probably is that since the game has English dub, are you going to be able to find the voice actress that voiced the game? Well, one of them from Trillion God. I don't know what the real title, but I know it's something to do with Trillion God. In the case with the Monster Girl from Moero Chronicles and another game that's never came out of outside of Japan, they never really had English voice. Remember, Moero Chronicles Hyper has no English voice. They never dubbed that game. And the other one just never came out. So do they have the license, at least for that one character, to bring outside of Japan? Again, and English voice. Who knows? So, as of right now, they just said they're only focusing on Neptunia characters, and there's no new update as of right now. So right now, you still got some bare bone. I know it's still better than the previous version, but still bare bones. So, I mean, if people really still use that, kudos to you. I kind of use it once in a while. But I do kind of need something to remind myself, but that's a different story there. But, again, it's not a game, it's an app. But the other one that I want to basically also give my thoughts on is Miracle Force. Yes, in Japan in 2019, they released a game which is a mobile game. It's an interesting game, sort of tactical, RPG-ish. And you get to control a lot of Idea Factory characters, including Neptunia, Omega Quintet, Dead End Request, etc., etc., etc. And someone did also ask that game, I think during the Moero Chronicles Hyper stream. I could be wrong, but it doesn't really matter because I'll explain why. And they did ask any news of that going to come out of Japan. And as of right now, someone said, I think during the stream, unfortunately, once again, they're going to say this, no word, no update, nothing, still incognito. It was the same deal when Azurlane Crosswave was asked during the Dead End Request stream. They just said, we have no news. So as of right now, Miracle Force will be only in Japan. Kind of sucks. Again, they just say, yeah, they got no word. There's no news about it, nothing. And again, the theory is that even if you do get ready to bring it out to Japan, is it going to help them make money? 2, are they able to license a lot of the characters outside of Japan? I mean, if Fire Emblem is possible, Fire Emblem Heroes, maybe this one also possible. 2nd, will it have English dub? Are they going to put that extra mile and add in English dub just like Fire Emblem Heroes? Again, if they don't, I'm not really going to complain about it because it's a free-to-play game, believe it or not. It's a gacha game. I can't complain if you're not paying, so I really can't really say, oh, bullcrap, no English dub. Azurlane doesn't have English dub. Again. And no one really asked them if they're going to do it or not. They just said, yeah, like, it's a gacha game, we're mobile, we don't have that money to put English dub. It would be nice, but, you know. I mean, Epic 7, I've been playing that because that's a Guilty Gear crossover. That one has English dub, but of course that one anime game from Crunchyroll, mobile, but it's an anime, something about girls in dungeon, controversy because there's no touch feature, they removed it, censored whatever. That game doesn't have even English dub. Probably they couldn't hire the one from Sentai Filmworks. Bum out, but whatever. Again, gacha game, can't complain about it. Back to Miracle Force. If they do plan to bring it out, I wouldn't be surprised it won't have English dub. If they do put it up there, or maybe they'll put an English dub DLC on the gacha game, which is okay. That's going to be insane. Of course, who's going to pay for that, but whatever. Hey, you know, but again, as of right now, really is, there's no word for it. They said it, there's no plan, nothing. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna guess it's either, at the earliest, it's gonna be the end of 2019, but it's probably going to be 2020. Look at Azure. It took them a year just to bring it outside of Japan. I mean, it is what it is. You know, what can you do? I mean, a lot of mobile games. I mean, another one that just popped in my head is that Valkyrie profile for the mobile game. Yeah, they finally said to bring it outside of Japan, but from what I heard, no English dub because, again, it's a free-to-play gacha game, so I can't really complain about it. Whatever. So yeah, so to recap on that part is that in the case with the Neptunia and Friends app, yes, there is no new update as of right now. The only characters you're gonna get to interact with are the 4 goddesses. That's it. And I mean the 4 goddesses in their human form and Purple Heart. That's it. And in the case with Miracle Force, they have said that there is no plan as right now. There's no word, nothing. I mean, it'll be interesting if they actually add the English dub, but again, does it have to be the same person from the game? Of course not. I mean, at least have the English dub. That's all I'm going to say. i.e. Dice Warning. So yeah, those are my thoughts on part 2. That basically, hey, look, you know, Neptunia Shooter is going to come out this May 21st. How much? We just have to find out. Azurlane Crosswave is going to come out in 2020. We'll have an English dub. Well, it's still a long way. Okay, there's still a long way. There are other games to play. And then in the case with the mobile game, Neptunia and Friends app, no new update or anything. I don't know if they're still supporting it. And lastly, Miracle Force, will it ever come out outside of Japan? I hope so, but so right now, according to Idea Factory International, during the stream with the Moero Chronicle Hyper, there is no plans. They got nothing. So we'll just have to wait and see. You know, 2019, late 2019 to 2020, maybe in a press event, maybe Anime Expo, whatever. With that, I'll see you guys later.